In what is being described as one of the most shocking political revelations in recent years, Duduzane Zuma, the son of former South African President Jacob Zuma, has found himself at the center of renewed scrutiny over his political and financial dealings. This comes as investigative journalists and watchdog organizations dig deeper into allegations that have long hovered in the shadows, now resurfacing with alarming intensity. The name, Duduzane Zuma, once conjured images of a businessman quietly navigating South Africa's corporate and political spheres, but current developments suggest a more tangled web of influence and controversy. Sources close to ongoing investigations have revealed that Duduzane Zuma is facing renewed attention for his alleged role in transactions linked to state capture, a period in South African history marked by systemic corruption and abuse of public office for private gain. The revelations claim that Zuma, who has previously maintained a low-profile public persona despite his father's political prominence, may have been more deeply embedded in controversial financial dealings than previously acknowledged. These include alleged facilitation of business interests that benefited from political favoritism and access to state contracts, echoing the widespread concerns about elite capture that define the Zuma presidency. Financial experts analyzing Duduzane Zuma's corporate footprint note a pattern of rapid acquisition and divestment in high-profile industries, often coinciding with strategic political shifts or emerging opportunities within state-owned enterprises. While such transactions are not inherently illegal, sources suggest that the timing and nature of certain deals have raised questions about transparency and the potential for undue influence. Critics argue that these activities may reflect broader structural weaknesses in South Africa's governance, where the lines between business and political power have historically been blurred. Moreover, a confidential report obtained by investigative teams indicates that Duduzane Zuma's network extends beyond conventional corporate channels. Allegations suggest he may have played a facilitating role for certain entities seeking government contracts, raising suspicions of preferential treatment linked to his family name. Although no formal charges have yet been filed against him in this regard, the renewed scrutiny has ignited fierce debate across political and media circles, with analysts questioning whether previous investigations sufficiently address the scale of influence wielded by politically connected individuals. The resurgence of these allegations comes at a politically sensitive time in South Africa. With ongoing public concern about corruption, economic inequality, and governance failures, Duduzane Zuma's situation has become a focal point for broader discussions on accountability. Opposition parties and civil society groups are calling for full transparency, demanding that all investigations proceed without interference and that any evidence of wrongdoing be thoroughly examined. In parallel, supporters caution against jumping to conclusions, emphasizing the importance of due process and distinguishing between speculation and verified fact. Adding fuel to the fire, social media platforms have erupted with commentary, with hashtags related to Duduzane Zuma trending nationally. Citizens express both outrage and curiosity, reflecting the public's intense interest in understanding the intersection between political influence and financial power. Observers note that while the allegations are not new, the current wave of revelations has the potential to reignite debates about accountability within South Africa's elite circles and the mechanisms in place to prevent state capture from recurring. As the investigation unfolds, several key questions remain unanswered. To what extent was Duduzane Zuma personally involved in decisions that may have facilitated corruption? Were these actions driven by individual ambition, or were they part of a wider network leveraging political influence for financial gain? And critically, what does this mean for South Africa's ongoing efforts to ensure transparency and justice in both public office and corporate governance? One thing is clear, Duduzane Zuma's renewed scrutiny is far more than a personal scandal. It is a reminder of the lingering shadows of state capture, the enduring challenges of political accountability, and the complex relationship between business and power in South Africa. As investigators dig deeper, the coming weeks are expected to provide more clarity, potentially reshaping public perception of one of the country's most high-profile political families. For now, all eyes remain on Duduzane Zuma, as the nation waits to see whether these explosive allegations will culminate in legal action or remain part of an ongoing saga that continues to expose the intersections of money, politics, and influence.